Hello, I'm Mr. Fixer from ES Repair. Thank you for joining. Uh, in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the work that I used to do. Now, a lot of the stuff, I used to go into customer service. And it's one of those 800 numbers. You call it in, you have an account problems, a purchase problem, return issues, wherever the case may be, that you would call an 800 number and you get somebody on the phone to help you with that issue. But the call that I'm going to tell you about, I wish I could have shared it. One, YouTube won't let me because of what the call contains. Second, corporate won't let me do it because, it's the client's privacy. So, and I have a lot of them. They're hilarious. And, some of them are kind of clever. Give them that. But you can't lie to somebody who knows how to fib. I mean, I'm customer service. I've heard it all. And they warned us about them. So, I'm just doing my normal call routines and going through calls and stuff like that. Well, I'm sitting there waiting for another call when it comes in. I answer the phone, do the greeting, and tell them who I am and how I can assist them today. It gets quiet. I was like, hello? Are you there? Because there are times that a call comes in, but they hang up before it actually goes through. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, this is just what we call a ghost call. And all of a sudden, he starts whispering. Now, I can't, because of the community guidelines with YouTube, I can't really tell you exactly what he said. But to give you an idea, it's X-rated. Yeah. Or you can call it triple X. However you want to call it. That's what he was doing. So I'm just sitting there, and I couldn't hardly understand him because he was whispering and mumbling. So I asked him, I said, well, I understand that you have a computer problem. Because when you enter the IVR, that you have to, push a number of what type of problem you're having. And it came up that he was having a computer issue. So, I'm asking, okay, do you have a computer issue I can help you with? And he just continues to mumble. Just keeps talking dirty to me. I'm like, sir, you saying that you're having a computer issue? What type of issue are you having? So he goes, oh, well, my hard drive in my computer, I think, is going bad. And then he starts whispering again. Just obnoxious, dirty stuff. That he wants me to do this, he wants me to do that, and just keeps on going. And I'm like, okay, I can fix this. So he just keeps going. Sir, I don't think the hard drive problem that you're claiming to have is related to the computer. Now, I'm sitting not even in a cubicle. It's kind of like a row is what we sit in. And we're like side by side, all the way down the row. I just happen to be at the end of the row where my supervisor sits. And it's kind of rough because who wants to sit next to your supervisor knowing that they're going to be able to see everything you do over your shoulder? Not that they don't anyway, because everything you do on the screen, on the computer with the caller, is recorded. They can go back and see everything that you did during the call. And they can hear the call at the same time. So they're going to be able to see everything. So I just, usually get nervous. I don't like sitting next to the supervisor. They're always going to pick on me. I mean, like teacher's pet or something. So I glanced over and I see the look on my supervisor's face. And she's like, and I'm like, just typical caller. Well, the guy continues. And I'm on the phone. I said, sir, I hate to interrupt, but this problem that you're having with your hard drive is more of a personal issue that we're not qualified to handle. I mean, if it's the computer that you're having problems with, you called the right number. But for this type of hard drive that you're having an issue with, that's more of a personal nature, and we don't have anything to do with that. I think what he was trying to do, maybe he was trying to call a 900 number and got an 800 number instead. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But these were the types of calls, and they know who he is. He calls in all the time. And I just had to get him. So I'm just going with the flow. And I told the guy, I said, look, I apologize for interrupting, but this is not the type of situation we can handle. I said, because this is not a computer hard drive that you're having the issue. I said, but, if you do end up having a problem with the computer, feel free to call us. We're here 24/7. And you have yourself a wonderful day. And I hung up. My supervisor is still sitting there, cannot believe what she just heard. I mean, her eyes are bugged out, her mouth wide open, and the first thing that comes out of her mouth, she's like, what the hell was that? A wrong number? She says, I think not. See, you seem pretty rude with the client. Well, he's no client of ours. She says, what do you mean? What did he do? Can't tell you. Well, why not? Wouldn't be HR appropriate. Well, what did he say? Can't tell you that either. HR? See, I can't tell you these things. Look, just for the sake of argument, just go in the office, pull up the call, and listen for yourself. And then tell me if I did it wrong. So she heard a couple of colleagues go in there to witness the call to see if I did something wrong. Did I mishandle the client? Mishandle the call? Which you do. You do get in trouble for that. If you misrepresent, you treat the customer wrong, it comes back at you. But I thought I'd just go pull up the call and listen to it. You'll see what I mean. So, of course, her and two others, they go back there in the room, pull up the call, and they start listening to it. They weren't even in there for 5 minutes listening to the call. Of course, the call wasn't that long. But they come back out there, and they all surround me. And they're laughing. They're just straight out laughing. And I'm like, well, what's so funny? And they're like, oh, well, we heard the call. Okay, so what's so funny? Well, they're like, well, you should have seen your coach, which that's what we call the supervisor, our coaches, because that's like our team leads. And I said, what? Y'all listen to the call? She goes, well, she didn't get past the first 30 seconds of the call. As soon as the guy started whispering and stuff, she heard everything he was saying. She's like, nope, that's enough. I've heard enough. I'm done. And I'm like, oh, well, I try to tell her that what he was doing. I just couldn't literally say it because it wouldn't be HR appropriate. So they listened to the whole call, and they're laughing about it. And I told them, I said, what is so funny about what the guy's doing? They're like, no, we're not laughing at him. We're laughing at you. Okay, what did I do that was so funny? I said, it's just a typical caller. He's talking dirty to me. I'm ignoring what he says and just told me that the problem he's having is not related to what we can do. And hang up. They're like, no, that's not what we're laughing about. Like, well, what's so funny? How in the world did you keep such a straight face talking to this guy? Well, I used to be a truck driver, and I drove a truck, a commercial vehicle, 18-wheeler, for those who don't know, for 12 years. And for anybody who's ever drove a truck for that long or longer knows what kind of crap they talk about. I told him, I said, look, that guy on the phone is not going to tell me anything that I have not heard before. I said, it's not like I have virgin ears here. I said, I've heard a lot worse things than he told me. And I said, I just, try to move along with a call. I said, I can't just hang up on the guy. I said, I had to go through the procedures like normal, as if he was a client. I said, as you can clearly see, he's no client. All I did was go to the call, acknowledge his issue, the lack thereof, and told him, thank you for calling and have a good day. That was it. And they thought the whole thing was funny, because now they understood why I hung up on the guy. And yeah, we get people like that. They'll call in some of the weirdest things, off the wall things, and a lot of it, I think they want the reaction. Because if the guy called in and it was a female, of course they're going to freak out. So I'm the only one who actually talked to the guy and kept a straight face during the whole interaction. So yeah, it was hilarious. Hey, that's just one of the types of calls that I get. I do have some other ones I'd love to share with you. So, I'm your host, Mr. Fix-It. Stay tuned. I'm going to upload some more videos and some funny things that I've come across. So just be sure to click the like button if you like the video. Click the subscribe button. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Well, again, thank you for watching. Have a good night.